Hello everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and this is day 13 of the Art by Marlene Stencil Advent calendar. This is the lovely stencil for today, and again of course I'm creating on a tag. I'm using my Shoot for the Stars stamp for my first background layer on the stamp. Sorry about the wobbly camera, my camera had somehow got knocked onto the table and it was making it really wobbly. I do apologise. Yeah, so I'm using black archival ink just to stamp some text onto my tag to start off with. So that's kind of like my first layer, and I'm just over stamping as well. So in some places there are more layers of stamping than others, and it just creates a bit more depth in some places, as you can see, and there are some areas where there isn't any stamping at all. So this is quite a nice easy way to create a first layer on a tag or a journal page. Really just go in with your favourite text stamp and get some of that down. And then I'm going to use the stencil. I'm going in with black, so I'm wanting that really big contrast to start off with. I'm going black and white, and then I'm going to introduce some colour after I have done. So I'm using a little makeup sponge to just pop the paint through the stencil. Literally that's just because it's what I grabbed first. I have both blending tools and makeup sponges, and it kind of just depends what comes out of the pot when I reach. So there's not really any particular reason why I'm doing it like this. One little tip that I heard Marlene share because she has sponges in her line, is that she wets them first before she uses them, squeezes the excess water out, and then it helps to apply the paint better. It means the sponge drinks up less of the paint. And do you know what, it does work. It does work. So yes, if you're using little sponges like this, it's worth just rinsing them through first before you use them, and using them a little bit damp. So yeah, I'm just using that stencil at the top and bottom of the tag, and you can see I've got that lovely text stamping on the background, and then this stenciling over the top. I've got a really high contrast background to start off with. So you could see that I'd cut the top off the envelope, so I'm stapling those pieces on to the tag as well, because that's using a bit more, and I'm saving the bits that are left because I'm thinking at some point I'm going to do a tag that's got like a collage of all the pieces of envelope on, maybe. That's an idea. So I've stapled that on just using a couple of staples from the Holtz Tiny Attacher. And then I was thinking, okay, so I want to introduce some colour now. So I grabbed the Art by Marlene die cut book and found some butterflies in there that I really liked. And I thought that for my background, instead of using paint, I would go in with Neocolour 2s and add some colour on the background that way. So I decided where the butterflies were going to go, and then decided I would add some colour behind. So this is like a really deep pink. It's really pretty. So I'm using that and a purple as well. And I'm just kind of scribbling that colour next to each other. And then I'm going to go in with a water brush and, oh gosh, it's so wobbly. I'm so sorry. I'm going to go in with a water brush and just activate that pigment so that it will move around a little bit more easily. So I'm just going to add that colour in 3 places. Again, just repeating the same process, and I'm kind of overlapping the colours a little bit as well. And I am trying really hard to leave some of the black and white showing, but I can't honestly remember how successful that was. But that's okay. It doesn't matter because the black images will still show through, because these Neocolour 2s are quite translucent, so they won't mask out the background. So the colours look quite dark while it's wet. Once it dries, it does fade a little bit. I can't believe how wobbly this is. Oh my goodness. That's something I need to keep an eye on. Yeah, so I've got my colour on now. And then once it's dry, it's a little bit paler. Then I can pop my butterflies on, and I want them kind of so they're not completely on the tag, so there's a little bit hanging off, which I will then snip to size. Just using some PVA glue to stick these in place. And they look really nice against that colour on the background too. I do find that having the glue in a little bottle like this is so easy. It makes it so quick. Yeah, it's the one that I reach for most now, to be fair. And then kind of deciding where that one was going to go, just to try and make the tag feel nice and balanced as well. Giving them a good press down and then snipping off the excess. Perfect. Okay. So then I'm just going in with a Stabilo oil pencil and just smudging some darkness around the edges, like a bit of a shadow. It also helps to just pop those images out from that background. I think it's a nice thing to do as well. It kind of softens where the two things join. And the Stabilo oil pencil just makes this so easy. Then I'm grabbing a quote from this little book of sticky quotes from Marlene's range. I think it is just called Sticky Quotes, actually. Yes, so no glue needed for these. They just stick straight on. And I am just cutting it up so that it can fit into the spaces that I've got left on my tag. And I went with the white one so that it would show up against the background, which is now quite dark. And I found the perfect quote about butterflies, so that worked brilliantly. And then I went back in with the Neo Colour 2 in the really deep pink colour and just added some more mark making on there. So just drew some kind of half circles and little dots as well, just to finish off. Just because sometimes I don't know when to stop. And then the last thing that I did was use this watered down white acrylic paint just to do like a little flight trail coming from my butterflies. You don't really see these on the tag, to be honest, because the background is so busy, but yeah, that was the last thing that I did. And so that was day 13 for the Stencil Advent Calendar for Art by Marlene. Come back again tomorrow for the next instalment. Thank you for watching. I hope you're finding some inspiration from this little series and are enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying making them. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.